Yo, what's going on YouTube? It's your boy Dash, and before we get into the tutorial of this video, just a quick thing. When you play on this track Berlin Byways 3, for some reason, I don't know if it's just the tour itself in this patch, like the 3rd anniversary, or if it's this track specifically, like, it is OD laggy when I play on this track. I don't know why. It's only on this track. Like, my frames will go from like 60 to like 10, 15, it becomes like unplayable for like 10 seconds. So if you ever, want to grind ranked or go online or do like a war or something, I strongly suggest you play on low power mode, just because this one track is just toxic when it comes to lag. And the second part is you don't need to use manual drift button on this track, because there's really no sharp turns, no nisk you need to take on this track. This track is pretty brain dead, to be honest. So yeah, that's about it. So for the first part, we're gonna get off with the normal version of Berlin. So when you start, you want to immediately drift to the left. You're gonna get 2 mini turbos, and then you're gonna drift right and charge up an SMT. One thing to learn about this track is that you can't, get hit by the cars. If you drive next to the cars, or you drive to the car, it will just bump you away. You won't like flip like as you guys hit by like an item. So that's one thing to take note of when you drive on this track. Because you can actually, a good strategy for this track is you can actually break reds if there's a red coming after you. All you gotta do is literally just drive right in front of the car or next to it, and it will break. But I'll see if I can get back to it. So in between here, this part right here, I do this in the trick version too. It's actually probably, no, it's not probably. It is faster to go in between these trees right here. And both the normal and trick version. So when you're racing, make sure you go in between those trees. And the rest of the races is pretty straightforward. There's no really difficult techniques you can do on this track. Yep, you come here, get the SMT, charge up your MT, and that's basically it for the normal version. There's really not much to explain. Alright, now we're off to the trick version. I mean, trick, yeah. I'm already lying to you people. It's the reverse version. So when you start off, you want to immediately start drifting left, and you want to charge a mini turbo to a mini turbo, and then you want another mini turbo. And you can drift right, and then you can be careful of this turn right here. It's like a blind eye right here. When you start drifting right, because you can barely see the road up there. Because when I first played this track, I kept drifting right. So when you're doing this part right here, make sure you're getting ready to turn left. This is one of the things. I think it's only this version. There's a shortcut right here. You guys can see my mouse cursor right here. So this is like the only shortcut in Berlin's 3, and it's only on the reverse version. I'm pretty sure it is the only one, but this is the only shortcut you got here. And notice on this version, one of the trees is missing here too, because in the normal version and in the trick version, there's another tree right here, and there's only one here for God knows what reason. I don't know why. So this is like the easiest version to drive on this track. I think it's the best one. But the trick version on this track is not enjoyable. Do the exact same thing you did left. Charge your mini turbo into an SMT. Do another MT. Right into an MT. Left into an MT. Over and over again. Another mini turbo. And this part right here, I know a certain somebody from we watched a YouTube video. He tried to go in between this car right here, and the car actually pushed him into the off-road. So for lap 2 here, you want to go around this car just for safety measures, because we actually lost an event because my boy actually went too tight and he got bumped in the off-road. So no, on lap 2 in this track, go around this car. Charge the S&T, get the MT, charge the MT, drift right again, charge another MT, then drift left or right, don't matter. And that's it for the Berlin reverse version. Pretty easy. And now on to my least favorite version, the trick one. I personally don't like this one. One thing before we start the trick version of this track. So obviously when you see a trick version of this track, your brain immediately thinks, oh, I should use the trick cart on this track, right? But for this track, like specifically, you know, the trick version, there's like other few trick versions you can do where you do not have to use the trick cart, because most of the ramps on this track are actually slower to go on because they're so wide and out the way from taking like a tight turn. So most of the time you want to avoid the ramps and you want to go for like the ones that are like optimal, which I'll obviously show you. Like this one obviously is the optimal one. This big ramp coming up right here, you want to skip this one. You don't want to go on it. This is like one of the slower ones. This green one right here, you want to go up that one too. That's one of the good ones. Same thing, you want to go up this. You want to go up the truck. And this is hold on, let me go back. So right here in trick version, there's a split path here. You can either go left or you can go right. But for multiplayer, obviously you want to go right, because the left side, you can lose like probably 3 or 4 seconds. It's so much slower. You probably only want to go left if you're playing like, you know, ranked or something to get like a better high score, because there's gliders and coins and boost panels over there. But for multiplayer, you always want to go right. Always right. Do not go left unless you want to lose. So you only want to go off this one green ramp thing. You don't want to go into those 3. That's what I mean when it's like there's a lot of ramps off to like to the side. They're like, they're so wide they're not worth going for. You know, the same thing again. You got your 2 mini turbos here. Charge up your SMT. And then you just steering the drift off. Get off that. Go in the car. Mini turbo. You drift off this truck. Always right, never left. Unless you're playing single player. Get a mini turbo, right, drift off the pipe, get the trick, get the SMT, and then drift to get MT, and then that's it. That is all 3 variants of Berlin 3. So yeah, if you guys learn anything, make sure, you know, drop a like, comment, and subscribe. It really helps me out, honestly. And thank you for watching. Truly appreciate it. And I'm out.
There is nowhere to run to.